Hi guys, you're welcome to today's tutorial. I just want to ask, how was the previous lecture? How was the previous class? I hope you were able to get a few tips from them. Our target is actually to improve every day, to learn something new, and to get better. So that's just it. Yeah, so for today, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to talk basically on two things. I don't want to spend much of our time here. I'm very sure you'll be able to grasp a lot from today's lecture. So let's begin. I want to define art. I don't know what your definition of art is. I'm very sure it's going to be similar to mine. If I would ask a few people here, I would get different definitions of art, which actually still leads to the same meaning. So I would explain art as expression or application of human creative skill and imagination. Anything creative, anything imaginative, it comes in different forms. It could be painting, it could be sculpture, it could be drawing, it could be photography, maybe modeling. It's all a form of art. Each time we look at these things, we tend to, appreciate them. Sometimes we even get goosebumps. Yes, that's for that. That's the definition. But for this particular class of which you opted in for, we just want to teach how you'll be able to draw with pencils. So we want to teach how you would be able to draw using a pencil and some other tools. So I want to begin with what you need to understand to begin this journey of knowing how to draw. Yeah, what you need to know. I would list out a few things. Yeah, the first thing is that time is money. I want you to understand that whatever time you put into something, you can never get that time back. So you actually opted in for this class, for this online class, yeah, and it's actually money to me. It's actually money to you because you could use that same time to do something different or something else and get you money, and you could even invest your time into something worthwhile just like this, and then you get paid, but you're not getting paid for this, but in the long run it's actually gonna pay you. Yeah, so that's actually the good thing about it. So I want you to invest enough time into this. I like that you took a bold step to join us wherever you saw it, either on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook. I'm so proud you took that step. Just be sure you give it enough time you need to. The second thing is patience. You'll be needing a whole lot of patience, like a bunch of patience. I don't know what other term to use. Please go and buy some if you need to buy. Get enough. Yeah, so the third thing is you need to buy tools. You'll be needing to get art materials. You'll be needing to buy a few of them. I'll just tell you the basics you need to get, which is affordable. Wherever you are in the country, you'll be able to get them. Yeah, so that's for that. The fourth thing is positivity. I want you to be positive towards this and know that you are gonna get it. Yes, you are gonna get it. Before the end of this program, you'll be able to get something. And the last thing is, I would like you to always ask questions. Always ask questions. Always ask questions. It's gonna be a difficult thing, a challenging thing for beginners. Yes, you need to ask a lot of questions, and I'll be ready to help you and to guide you. Yeah, that's all for what you need to understand about art. Next, we're moving on to basic tools you need, which is a very important thing for today. I would be sharing a lot of tools you'll be needing to start up as an artist. You need to learn to buy tools. So the first thing I need you to understand that you would need pencils, not just a pencil. I know you have a lot of pencils and then you can easily get access to them, but art actually has its own kind of pencils, not those low budget pencils you can just go outside to buy from a bookshop. And yeah, when I speak of pencils, I mean art pencils. Pencils are actually divided into two. We have the graphite and we have the charcoal. They both have different functions, but you have to get both of them. So for the graphite pencil, you would need to get either Staedtler pencil, Faber-Castell, or Bianco. You can see them on the screen. Yeah, you can just go to your art store, just Google search any art store around where you are, where you live, where you reside, and then ask them if they have Staedtler. If they don't have Staedtler, ask for Faber-Castell. If you don't have Faber-Castell, then probably you would have to tell me so that I can just purchase it here on my side and then bill it to you. I don't want you to start with a low quality pencil. It would affect you in the long run. So the other side of the pencil is a charcoal pencil. There are a lot of charcoal pencils. We have the Generals, we have the Montmartre, we have different kind of pencils. Yes, that's for that. For pencils, I'm ready to help if you have any questions or difficulty in trying to get them. So the next thing I want you to understand is you need erasers. It's not this kind of eraser we used while we were back in secondary school. We just pick up eraser and just erase. It's totally different now. We have different kind of erasers in art, and each of them has their different and unique purposes. We have the normal eraser. That's the one you use back in primary, growing up, secondary, and sometimes in university you use them. That's if you actually had any time to hold pencils to draw stuff, maybe in your laboratory during your practical classes. Yes, so you need those erasers if you can get them. But if I'll be specific, I want you to get a natural eraser. I'm sure you can see the pop-up on the screen. Yeah, so another one is called the Tombow eraser. This is actually another unique eraser. Tombow eraser is another unique eraser which it's a must, like MUST in red, must get. So I encourage you to get it. It's not expensive. I can give you the breakdown if you want it of how much you're spending in total. Another thing is the electric eraser. Yeah, that's how the electric eraser looks. It works almost like the Tombow eraser, but they're like I said, they all have different function. It just works by putting a battery inside it and then using it. So the last thing is called the kneaded eraser. The last thing I want you to know about erasers in art is the kneaded eraser. It's also called adjustable eraser. So this kind of eraser helps you to pick pigment from your drawing, or probably you shaded too dark in an area, you want to remove it, or you want to use it for detailing. A lot of artists has this kneaded eraser across the globe. I've seen many artists use it. I've seen many artists use all of these erasers I've mentioned, and you would also need them. The last thing I just want to talk about, most importantly, because even with a pencil and eraser, if there is no paper to draw on, there is no way you can express art. Yes, so the last thing is called the paper. Yes, you can just pick a paper beside you and pick your pencil, eraser, and you draw something nice, and everybody's like, wow. But art has its own paper. That's the good news. Everything in art has its own tool of which you must use. So there are many kind of papers. You have the A4. You can pick up any A4 paper. You can pick up a cardboard. You can pick up your notebook and draw on. But it is not to be used. It's not to be used. So what you need to get is an acid-free paper. So in ABCD, I want everybody who's ready to learn to get acid-free papers. So how do you know acid-free papers? I would actually tell you the kind of brand that offers acid-free papers, and one of it is Strathmore. Strathmore paper. Yes, most artists all over the world use Strathmore. They have one of the best papers in the world, and I would encourage you to get them. You get the Strathmore, either the 400 series or the 300 series. I'm sure you can see it on the screen. And the last thing is the Bristol paper. I want you to also lay your hands on the Bristol paper. These papers are actually quite expensive, but if you can't get them for now, it's okay. It's understandable. You can just practice with something else, but on the long run you would need to get these papers. So that's all for today, and I want to thank you for listening. If you still don't understand a few things, you can just go back and play. You can always replay this video to learn and to improve. So make sure you get something worthwhile from this video. If there are other questions you need to ask me, I'll be open. Please feel free to message me, DM me, and ask questions concerning what I just said today about this lecture. So that will be all for now. See you in the next lecture. Bye.